Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into some high-stakes international drama involving Zimbabwe, its leader Emerson Mnangagwa, and the global superpowers of Russia and the United States. Stick around, because this story is as complex as it is compelling. So, picture this. Zimbabwe's President Mnangagwa, caught in a web of geopolitical tension, makes a public plea to none other than Russian President Vladimir Putin. And what's the plea about? Defense support. Now, why would Mnangagwa feel compelled to do this, you might wonder? Well, it's all in the backdrop of the US cozying up to Zambia, Zimbabwe's neighbor to the north. The situation is pretty tense. Mnangagwa is worried, really worried. He sees the US consolidating their relationship with Zambia, particularly in security matters, and he feels isolated. This isn't just about military might. It's about influence, about being part of the big boys club, which Zimbabwe feels it's being edged out of. In a bold move, Mnangagwa hits up Putin in St. Petersburg. It's not just a casual chat, it's a strategic move. He's looking for support to counter what he perceives as a threat to Zimbabwe's sovereignty. Mnangagwa's public approach to Putin highlights a kind of desperation, a need to secure an ally in a region where the tides of power seem to be shifting rapidly. But here's another layer. This plea comes amid Mnangagwa's upcoming chairmanship of the Southern African Development Community, or SADC, and making such comments against a member state. That's not just bold, it's controversial. Critics, like the exiled former minister Walter Mazembe, are calling it reckless, a misstep in statecraft. So what's at stake here? It's more than just military alliances. It's about food security, economic stability, and maintaining a balance of power in a region that's becoming a hotbed of international interest. Mnangagwa's outreach to Russia and his accusations against the US are painting a picture of a leader trying to navigate through turbulent waters, seeking help wherever he can find it. This unfolding story isn't just about Zimbabwe or its leadership. It's a reflection of the larger geopolitical games where allegiances are constantly shifting, and small nations often find themselves grappling with the interests of global powerhouses. How this will impact the future relations between Zimbabwe and Zambia, only time will tell. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful analysis on what's shaping our world. Catch you in the next video.
The West have just begun consolidating their power in Zambia, our next neighbor. You know, there was a time when Zambia and Zimbabwe won. It was called Northern and Southern Rhodesia. It was won by the British, but they were now separate. And the Americans are consolidating their power in that country, both in terms of security and in terms of financial support to Zambia, to make sure that we feel lonely. But that will not change us, because we have taken a course which, as a people, that we feel we want to be independent, and we choose our friends ourselves. And besides, we are independent today because most of us in the leadership trained here during our war of liberation. We got our independence because we were supported by yourselves here, and you don't forget that history, and you stood by us. So, Mr. President, I am happy to be here, and if opportunity avails later on, we may find time to chat and go into more detail as which areas we must focus in terms of supporting each other, and in terms of where we feel we need external support, more especially in the area of defense and security, as well as food security. In those areas we need to be supported, the mechanization of our agriculture and so on. You can't go to the West. We have to come here, because the West would want to see us down. They support our neighbors, Zambia and Malawi, very heavily. But in spite of that, Zimbabwe's economic growth is the fastest growing economy in the region, in spite of us being isolated by the Americans. So, Your Excellency, I'm very happy to be here.